And then you mentioned the essays. So what was hard about the essays and how did you deal with that?
I, I mean, they they know what they're doing, right? They're asking you the kind of questions that are not easy to answer, or more like you can answer them and kind of maybe do a bit of a cop out, which then becomes extremely obvious to them. So
Yes.
you know that that's what they're paying attention to. So
Right.
you have to spend the time on those, and you have to be very, very thoughtful about it. And again, this is actually where Jen was absolutely instrumental. There's no way I could have even finished those essays without her guidance. Um, because they're supposed to be very short, and yet they ask very loaded questions. So you really have to figure out how to say something impactful succinctly.
Yeah, for sure. And no, Jen is great. I know. As you're talking, I mean, you're an artist. I'm assuming that, visually you see things, that I would never see. I don't have a great eye. That's your dogs, huh?
Yeah, sorry about
No,
that.
that's all right. That's all right. No problem. No problem. No problem. So what I was about to say was my husband and I were redecorating our house, and I have a friend who's very artistic and very design oriented. I am not. And I called her over one day, and she was very gracious, and she agreed to help me with like choosing colors and stuff like that. And she's known me for a very long time. And she's looking around the house, and she says, "Linda, what kind of story do you want to tell with your colors?" And I just looked at her and I said, "Debbie, I tell stories with words, not with colors." And I'm going to guess that you were probably the exact opposite.
Yes, yes, absolutely. That's this is actually perfect. That's exactly what it is. If I and you know what, I even asked Jen if for my optional essay I could do an illustration or even maybe a comic book style
Sure.
story. And she actually thought that that was a fun idea and I could do that for the optional essay. But yes, it is much easier for me to tell a story with pictures than it
With
is with
images, yeah, yeah. It's a different skill set, but
mindset. Yeah, I think the way you think becomes just. I mean, you learn to express yourself in certain ways, and it's hard to get
mm,
away from it.